From the softest lotus petal extract, we bring you Giga Drowse. Replicate perfect sleep over and over again. Giga Drowse, for when you're tapped out.
Available at all fine Singer superstores.
It's Eidolon time. All right, so I got an email from Kyle Williston, and this is not the list he sent. He had a take on it, but it was because of this original list. I was tinkering around with their list and went back to my old one and made a few tweaks and decided to play this one instead today. It's popular. We might revisit another Eidolon brew next week or in a few weeks or something like that that's different. But this is the way I like to play it. Quite a few differences. It's been 3 years since I played this list. In my mind, it felt like about 6 months. So thanks for digging this one out. Anyway, we've got 19 lands in this thing. I went with a surveil package here because we like to throw things in our graveyard and sometimes land later. We have 6 islands, 4 mountains, and then a bluff package because we do want to be able to attain green mana outside of Manamorphose tricks for our Weather the Storm and our sideboard. More on that in a second. So what are we doing here? We're playing with Eidolons, which is we have 8 of them. There's these guys and these guys. I stuck with the colors of the deck. In those rare cases, a Gurmag Angler staring you down, you can hard cast it and block. The only other thing we have in the 4th spot is Fuming Effigy, which for all-encompassing effects like Bog, what's the card? Bashuka Bog. It only triggers once, but with all these other little steps, this card can really stop Foglocks from turning you down. Gone is Stitchwing. Advanced Stitchwing used to be a 1-of in this as well, being that you can discard stuff later, bring it back, have some air offense and stuff. Just found I wasn't really liking seeing it as often as I used to. We have Clout of the Dominus, which triggers all of the Eidolons to come back to life. So does Manamorphose, so does this, and so does this. This helps keeps our guys safe. The most common target for this is either the Bloodwater Entity, making it a 5/5 with haste right out of the gates, or I actually like putting on Cunning Survivor because this is our other evasion package, and when that is protected, it's pretty obviously hard to kill, and this deck can kill really, really, really fast, whereas these guys can be like a 16, 17, and anything under the sun blocks it. So we'll go over the list here. We got 4 lootings, 4 Clout, which is the card I'm sitting inside of, 4 of these Eidolons, and 1 Fuming Effigy. We have 4 Manamorphose. The new Abandoned Attachments is a perfect fit in this deck. And once you get everything filled up and everything keeps returning, you drop Tolarian Winds, and you usually win within a turn or 2 of that. We've got our little beaters here for our curve, and our Bloodwater Entity as our flying evasive threat. In the sideboard, we've got Graveyard Hate in the form of 2 Macabres, 2 Crypts. We have Life Gain in the form of 3 Campfires, 2 Weather the Storms. Didn't want to lean on green too heavily because sometimes it could be a bit of a fight. However, this is great for life game, but the second ability is very clear. When you're running thing with this much draw, a lot of times you can run out of cards, especially if the deck's trying to mill you for Pyroblasts and 2 Cannonades. So we're going to have some fun today. I'm not saying this is like the end-all be-all list. It is a lot of fun to play. I'm going to sit up here, make sure I got this set to 2. We've got the no quitters ruling, and let's go. So yeah, here we go. And it's Grogberg. Excellent. Off we go. Let's see what we can see. Hopefully it's 2 lands or more. Not more than 3. There's 2 lands. Cool. Yeah, we'll lead off with the Survivor and go from there. We'll keep here. I'm a bit rusty with this list. I've only played it probably a dozen times, so we'll see how we do today. But it's a lot of fun. All right, we'll bring out the Isle. We've already got red. We don't need green, so I guess we'll have to call red. Can't say double blue. That'd be pretty cool, right? Call blue, and then whenever you tap it for blue, it gives you 2. Broken. Don't listen to me. Oh, got a new little avatar here for Grogberg. I'm used to seeing, is it the shark person? Starfield Shepherd. Okay. All right. Well, there goes our life. Good news is, unless they've got removal, we'll have our little survivor trick out. Let's do this. Survivor, if it lives, is going to be doing a lot of work pretty soon. I think I'll just lead off with this. We'll bring out Survivor and call it a day. There's Survivor. New artwork for Springleaf Drum. Yeah, I can't beat Seb McKinnon, though. This one's pretty good, though. Pretty neat. Actually looks like a drum. No reason Cannonade over Breath Weapon. It's just the first thing that came to mind. Maybe 1-1 if you want to get real fancy. Okay. We're not going to have much time with these dudes. Uh-oh. This is going to get risky quick. All right. Well, at least we have a blocker. Here we go. I don't see a swamp, so we might as well try to save this. I think I'll save this pile, or this, yeah, I'm just going to lead off with this. Let me put this on here. I want to protect our investment. Off we go. All right, now I will loot away. Let's see, we'll get rid of this and this. That'll trigger this twice. Would have been really fun to find something a little more relevant. We'll come on over for 4. Technically tying it up, but not with their life gain. That's not sure if how explosive Grogberg's hand is here. They've got all the fixins. Plus, we're not running any removal outside of the Cannonade, so there's that. All right. So yeah, Stitchwing, Wild Cantor, Curse of Chains, Judge's Familiar. These are all cards you can tinker around with and stuff. The build by Kyle Williston had more of the Judge's Familiar and the Wild Cantor package, which had its ups and downs with that too. It was leaning a little too heavily on a few cards, and I like the evasion of this one and the protectability and stuff, but at this rate, we're not going to live long enough to show it off, so hopefully we get more than this Faithless Looting in our sideboard, because we've only got one more turn. This is when we might have to cast a Eidolon just out of defense reasons here. Yeah, we can't pull anything off here. Let me throw this down here. Surveil. Set up. Yeah, we do want to see that, so we'll say top on that, and then I'll just play this to play it. This is why I like these our friendly color Eidolons. You could go with green, white. They have one in every color, but we need blockers right now, so we're not likely to live here. So I think he just taps both of these, and that's 4 damage just right there with the help of that. So looks like we're going to game 2 with a big fat L on our face. Oh, Eidolon beats get there a lot. These you'll see today. We had like I said, this isn't a tier list, but it's about tier 3. It can have draws where you're just like, wow, maybe I should take this to a league, and then you'll have a game right after that where you're like, maybe I shouldn't. It can do it all up. There goes our chance. So yeah, we're dead. Concede. Just turning those guys sideways is going to get us here. Let's go Vamps. L. Begin Saber. Good for Grogberg. All right, so we'll bring these in. I'm not sure if I really need... I'm going to get rid of this. We're not really leaning on colorful stuff here. I think I'm just going to run it back. I don't want to overboard here. We might not need these, but these also trigger everything, so I like to keep them in for that reason. We did see cast down, so let's not kid ourselves that they don't have any removal there. Could bring in some life gain. I'm not going to, though. You think so, Nim? All right, I'll try to make room then. Not sure which one I would want. Let's bring in 2 weathers. We'll lose one of these. And maybe a sifter. Let's go. We have so many blockers, you know. Might set us up. Thank you for the tip. Good to always have a hive mind perspective. All right. Well, we got that early and often, didn't we? Problem with weather, with the Tolarian Winds hands, we're going to have to cast it earlier than not. Not a very big fan of this hand. Our land is right. We've got a lot of it. I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. Just don't have much going on in the way of things here. Uh-oh, we're going to have to mulligan this one. All right, deck is fighting us hardcore. I'm going to mulligan this one. Jeez. All right, well, we're forced to keep here. We'll not be playing you anytime soon. You and... This can save us. Let's go here. This is a painful way to start. We'll drop here, call red. Off we go. Should have... Especially after getting rid of a 5 card, then no land, and then this. But we might be able to refill it if we get a nice Eidolon draw here. Well, that's good. At least we didn't see a first turn market creature. This is looking up already. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. When I first made Brute Squad, I was messing around with Cunning Survivor. It was good times. Oh, I wonder if they have a Village Rights effect here, and that's why they did that. Scrying and tapping. All right. Off we go. Off we go. I'll put this here. I don't want to really give him food for that. I'm just going to play the land. We've got it right. Yep. I love Rotten Reunion, especially like in Black Sack, and then especially like you said, if you can use it for drum, just over and over again, and then do that little alpha strike sometimes and sack them for benefits. Gains life and scries. That's a pretty cool ability for for white, I gotta say, because white, you can never draw your cards by yourself. Yeah, it's kind of like a night market lookout in the daytime. Day market lookout. Twice as expensive. Tithing Blade, that really blows. Rogberg's just got this deck's number right now, and our mana isn't helping us very much. All right, speaking of mana, I think I'm just going to sit on that. Well, we can do... Let me loot, see if we can maybe get rid of some extra junk. Here we are. Let's try this out. We'll do this for this. Bring this back to our hand. Since we're a little safe from it. Let's go this and this. In case we get something of relevance. I don't really need to do that now. We'll say cancel. Well, let's try it out. We're not getting anything back with this. I'm just kind of looking for another creature. So I'll go this and this. Nope. Okay. Yep. Not looking so good here. Let's go. That's why I added one more basic in this. I used to have 18 lands, went up to 19. You can always pitch them to looting. Usually not the best target when you have Eidolons, though. Really bummed out news. One of our pickleball friends, their son died. So we're attending a funeral right after the show today, so the upload might be a bit late, but always tragic when it's somebody young. Speaking of more death, I know Kai Bood died in the Magic world. That blew my mind about 2 nights ago. And I knew he was suffering from some form of cancer, but I didn't know it was that serious. I mean, crazy. Being that he's 5 years younger than I am. Kai's one of those guys, I saw him on ESPN early I'm talking like 2 a.m. on like ESPN 2 or something. It's what got me back into Magic, because after a bit, I definitely took a bit of time off. And then around Urza's Destiny, and then I started watching, and he had that dragon deck, and it was like all she wrote from there. So, woo! Oh my gosh. Alrighty, let me see. Don't really need any of that stuff. Let me loot here. Looks like we're just in a losing position here. We'll throw both Eidolons down. Bring out the Bluff, calling green in case our life package shows up and we can do something with it. Not feeling so good at the moment. Oh, thank you for that, Nim. Yeah, up there with John Finkel as far as like, the haymakers of the championship round. And that was kind of the golden era of Pro Tour Magic, in my opinion, was right around the time Kai did that. It was really cool. They had these sneak coverage where people would like rent out a house and like practice for the tournament, like 4 or 5 heavyweights, and it was just a really neat time. The Halcyon days. So far, we're having disappointment days. Triple mulligan will do that, but that seems to happen every time I stream, and never in prep for it. I should be running. All right, so let's just do this the pure way. We'll do this to here, get back some stuff while we've got it. Say always yes, always yield, please. Choose a card to discard. Sure, we'll do that. There's some sifters. Yeah, we'll bring this out here. Discard a card. All right. And they might have another, what do you call, tithing blade, but I'm not going to sit around and wait for it. We have some Eidolons to collect so that we can fuel up our Tolarian Winds while we have it, because they're outside of being able to use the mana for it. Okay, well, we've got a good blocker. We're at single digits here, so if this is an edict effect, we just lose. It is not, but we still might just lose. Might consider just attacking with everything, right? Yeah, that's a good move. Very good attack, Grogberg. Yep, that gets me because then I can't block. Frustrating, because it feels like we're about to go crazy. Of course, you could block with anything there, so we got a block here, and then 4 still gets through. The beauty of multiple damage. Oh, well. Well, that's a quick, fast kaplunky. We're dead. Concede this one. Jump right into the next one, and hopefully we draw decent. Let's go up. And we go. Custom match. Create. Let's go. Can't get much worse than that for a start. Yeah, triple mulligan. That was nuts. We had a bit too many lands and not much theme in our first one, and threw it back and just ate crap after that. Yes. Yep. Here we go. All right. More of the same. We got to mulligan this. We have 19 lands in this, people. I'm not sure why it's fighting me so hard here. Here we go with another triple start. I don't think I want to keep just pylons. If we don't see a land, I'm going to roll the dice. We're going to keep it. Get rid of... We'll get rid of this. Come on, show us a land off the top. All right, give us a land. No, I'll say graveyard. Not that much closer to a land. Well, if one of our basics doesn't show up, this is one of the deck will like give us one of the lands, not the landscapes. What's that other hexproof? I have no idea how this is going to do. We don't really have much answers for hexproof other than just life gain and try to be first, right? All right, well, we got to play it. At least it's a land, not the one I was looking for. This is cool. Say top. Very slow here. We can only loot because loot's going to cost 2. We'll throw some stuff in the yard here. Might not have much time against this list. Opponent's like, what on earth is this guy doing? Alrighty. Another big UFC weekend starting tonight, and the next weekend's a Super Bowl. Oh, they have disconnected. We'll give them. I'll give them to the minute there. That looks like they didn't mean to. Just give them a little bit of time. In about 2 weeks, I think on the 13th, there will be no show. I'm going to be out of town. So that's the first time in 2026 I'll send out a little reminder. See how that goes. When this happens to you in a game, you can always go to show chat and then see if the person has this little red thing here that lets you know that, oh, now they just jumped back online. Now, if they had a big pause and were losing and that happened, then I'd give them about 30 seconds, but they definitely got the jump here. Their mana's right. They got a creature out. I'm assuming they're going to be able to be fine. Maybe they just had a little shoddy internet. Half of America is under snow right now, so if they're on the East Coast. Yeah, I haven't seen that water skin yet. I did call that as being one of the better cards, and I haven't been thrilled to see it. I haven't really tested it much. Come on, opponent. I know they're back online. I'm giving them about the bottom of the minute here. I don't want to stare at this screen for too long. This is so fun when you put that enchantment on it because it becomes a 5/5 flying haste. And then you go get back one of the instants or sorceries from your graveyard. It's pretty awesome. So I'm not sure why our opponent's just hanging out. Let's 3, 2, 1. All right. We're going to jump into another one here. I do think that hurts my stats. Always conceding to bad players. Create the overall. I know Gatherling for the Pauper Classic Tuesdays has a really neat way to kind of keep track of your stats and things like that. So I think the last time I checked, my rating was like 1760 or something like that. But that's mostly just when I play Pauper Classic Tuesdays. Yes, I want to play first, and I would really like to have a decent hand here, deck. Okay, this is a decent hand. We'll keep this. This is a big investment, paying 4 mana to just, put this guy down. Sometimes people can just answer it, but oh well. I'll call red. Here we go. East Coast, literally everyone around me has snow. Yeah, I know. When the Carolinas get snow, that's, it's a serious storm. Serious damage. All right, let's I don't know if I want to do too much here. It's really our only discard. But I want to stay aggro, so I'm gonna trip both of these just to try to find a creature because we're up against looks like Tron, and I want to be first. So I'm gonna risk these. We've got enough cannon fodder to do stuff with here. Give me, nope, we didn't hit it, but we're that much closer to it. So since we have Clout, I'm gonna just do this for tempo's sake. Again, I know what deck we're up against here. I will choose to discard the Eidolon here. Okay, that's fine. Not that many cards deeper. Let's try to find some sort of aggro here. I'm not going to have to worry too much about bringing Fuming Effigy out in 2 more turns. Tron is not likely to be able to just kill it. It's usually the way things go. Let's try this first, just in case I hit an Isle or something like that. We'll get rid of these Eidolons here. All right. We'll play the Grotto. Yeah, let's play the Grotto. We don't need that. We'll throw that in the graveyard. And at the risk of doing that, I know I just did that math. I'm going to stick to that math. We're going to do this to this just in case we do hit one of our 8 little dudes. I'd like to get something going on here. Always yes, always yield. Always yes, always yield. And give me one of our smaller creatures. Okay, let's try this again. Very strange draws here. Yeah, we did that. I'm going to chill on this. I'm going to wait. We're going to say, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to do nothing. Discard this. Here we go. Play a little more patient. Unfortunately, our opponent has Tron. We really need if we had some way of capitalizing, because this is a pretty good hand. We just don't have any of our 8 quick beaters out, because they would be really putting a chunk out of life here on their lands here. But looks like we're giving our opponent too much time. 8 Eidolons feels plenty for this list. Some people send me stuff with like 12, and it's just an embarrassment of riches at that point. So they just keep coming back. There's a creature we want. I'm not sure if I just want to pay my dues with the other one. I'm going to just pay my dues here. I'm going to do this and just bring out our big fatty. It's going to add up to a lot of damage once these things start serving and returning and stuff. So hopefully we just draw a basic, because then I can drop Sifters, Clout it, and then Tolarian Winds. They're flickering. Some serious damage. This is a very good card against Tron if they have like the old school Foglock or Stonehorn Dignitary style. I'm not sure what the standard operating procedure is for most Tron lists, but uh-oh, here comes a graveyard. All right, well, this is a Tron. So Campfire for sure. This will be an exciting little fireworks display. They're going to throw a bunch of stuff in our graveyard, maybe all of our stuff. And hopefully we can wins for the win with this effigy. There's an Eidolon. Probably lose Cloud of Dominus in games 2, maybe 3. Who knows? Not sure what they're... Oh, here comes Scattershot. All right. Bye-bye to our big boy. 1 mana left. It's a bubble. Okay. Well, I like this turn. We'll bring out the... well, I don't know if I want to... Do I want to protect it? I think I want to protect it more than I want to do anything else with it. Let me bring out the Sifters. Just because of Scattershot, you know. Always yield. Okay, we'll get rid of this. Alright. Always yield. Let's do this on here. I have plenty of stuff for that. I just want this to live, and I don't think this is going to have creatures, so this is our biggest opportunity to get huge here. We'll call red on this. And hope for the best. Here we go. Yeah, I hope Golem Foundry doesn't come out, because that's a blocker. I kind of gambled on not trusting Cunning Survivor. Shipwreck Sifters just keeps getting huge. Cunning Survivor is our evasion package and can hit sometimes between like 6 and 9 if you go crazy. But the Sifters is usually our Gurmag Angler in blue here. I just really want to show off this deck and show you guys when it does have these fireworks. It's phenomenal. It's a really exciting little list. When I rewatched a little bit of the last show from 3 years ago, I remember that was back when I had a shoddy PC, and it was right when it cut out, and so it didn't really have an official ending or anything, so it was all kind of a mystery show. Double crop. All right. I'm going to definitely need some graveyard hate too. Weather the storm. Okay. And we might be running into a sort of a fog lock here. Let's wonder if that's going to be a thing. Okay. I want to get this guy out. That's really dumb using that for that. Let's do this. Bring a Survivor out. All right. Now I will do the thing with Tolarian Winds. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. Whole lot of stacking going on. Always yield. Okay, we have this now. Do I do it again? Where's our entity at? Let's do this. just so we have everything under the rooftops. Then we can Tolarian Winds next turn for hopefully the win. Really don't want to see something like Tangle right now. That would suck. Setting up for a Thrash turn. Does he got the Fog Lock? I think they're probably leaning more on Weather the Storm. Okay. So that Cunning Survivor is a 7/4. After all this, it'll get bigger next turn. That's some serious damage. Especially against a Weather the Storm list. We're going to need it. So many Eidolons in our hand. There's a Bloodwater Entity. That would have been really neat to have instead of the Survivor, because we could have attacked with haste because it is a red creature, and the other side of Clout of the Dominus states that thusly. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. Probably a flicker move. Here we go. Drawing cards. Doing things. Feeling pretty vulnerable. Sifters here. These graveyards a little bit bigger. I think there are 4, maybe even 5 artwork versions of Prophetic Prism. I always thought Unglued should have Pathetic Prism. That'd be... All right, let's see. Bobble, bobble, bobble. Draw a card. It's a card that's pretty sweet that doesn't see too much play. Storm counted 2. Foundry Inspector. Okay, well that's going to block our dude. Shipwreck Sifters. Maybe I can leave those out. Just go with the air package. Yeah, I think I might. Sifters, though, is a really neat symbiotic relationship with this deck just because of the discard ability there. And so many spirits in this list anyway, so all the Eidolons qualify. Is he doing the thing? Not paying too close of attention. Three cards in our opponent's hands. Oh, there's another tower. Dang it. Early in the morning. All right. Well, hopefully they don't block. I'm sure they will, though. Here we go. All right. Well, let's do this first here with, let me do this first. This card. This will get bigger. All right. Oh, man, did we get the thing? Oh, shoot. I really want the entity to just smash over for the win if we had one more. There's a Dominus. There's only one left in our deck. So I'm going to chill out on that plan. We'll pitch it. We'll go with the wins here. Hi-yo. There's a good screen grab. All right, what's going on here? It wants these guys to be first. Fine, let's do it. Let's mix it all up, as long as we're not losing time here. We're walking right into their grip here. We have 11 cards in our hand. Oh, there's 11 cards in our deck, and we've got 9 cards in our hand. So, scatter, hit that. Play the island. Yeah, I guess we chance it. Right? We'll do this. It's 11 cards. We'll be drawing 9 of them. So, yeah, this is kind of... I don't think we're going to get there. But I don't think... We're not. I'm just going to do this for the colorfulness of it. Bummed out they have a blocker now. Shows you kind of the power of the deck. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on now. Here we go. See how big we can make this Cunning Survivor, right? All right, fine. We'll do this to this. Sure, let's put it on this. Bring everything back. Just to kind of showcase what's going on. And we'll attack what should be far away, but they can just block. Yep. And we've got no more cards, so we'll go to game 2. At least was able to showcase the deck kind of working there. And we're going Winds. All right, we need these. I think I'm just going to keep it to those and 3 of these. I don't think I'm going to need Dominus at all. I'll get rid of 3. I don't want the Sifters either. 4. We can bring in Macabres here. Let's see what we're going to do. Oh, that's a good point, Mtmentat. Yeah, but with the extra mana, sometimes we can draw other stuff like looting and such that won't get there. Often considered finding room for another Fuming Effigy in the sideboard for this particular kind of matchup. Just all kinds of graveyard shenanigans happening. Galerium's in the house. Good to have you with us. Been a while, or at least since you showed up. Maybe my good luck charm. Let's go open these up. Holy crap, that's a lot of lands, but I kind of like this. Everything's fixed. We're going to have a 2-3 turn, so I'm going to keep this just because we've had such bad luck with mulligans. We'll just keep it. Go blue. We didn't bring in any Weather the Storm package, so we can just call the obvious here. All right, there's that. All right. Bring this out. Bring out Survivor. Nice fast start, technically. Entity next turn. Of course, we got rid of Clout, which makes this get haste, but right now I'm not too worried about it. I'll just bring it out next turn and hope for the best. Not the most thematic start, but we do have creatures and threats. Hopefully we draw into our sideboard. There's something pretty good. I'll do this to this to this. Bring out the entity. We have creatures. That's right. Kind of sucks. They're playing a Millstone style list and we're winding ourselves. So little thematic hiccup. Must be a Lord of the Rings fan. Our opponent's name is Aragorn. All right. They have Tron next turn. Well, this is a weird style, isn't it? Blue, 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 blue. Let's just do this now. Prowess. Fix this hand. Another good thing you can do with flooded hands with this deck is do something with it, right? And find some of our sideboard maybe. Let's do this. Hit while we can here. We'll throw the Eidolons back. There we go. Come over for 11. That's not too bad. Yeah, next turn we'll be able to fill up our hand and be a Manamorphose to get the Eidolons back, and then probably just wins again. Hopefully we just win neat quickly. Stuff gets big quick. All right, so now we don't have to worry about our stuff being blocked. It's another reason you can run a lot of 2-ofs in this as far as your sideboard's concerned, because we're winding ourselves into like just a ton of stuff. So 2 of something sometimes can feel like 4 when you're able to see this many cards. But sometimes Winds hides from you. All right, what are they stunning here? Oh, that one. Interesting. Okay. This little second ability is pretty neat. When it enters you, you put an instant from your or sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. It comes into play quite a bit. Yeah, I messed around with Sneaky Snacker a lot. Just wasn't enough. Might be more correct to like just run 1 or 2. But brew with it. I think you come to the same conclusion. It felt like it was just like another deck's idea. All right. Well, I could do that to that. All right, 8. Yeah, let me do this first. These all come back. Always yes, always yield. Always yes, always yield. We'll say 1 and 1. Cool, cool, cool. And we'll do this. All right. Let's go. There's that. The effigy is pretty sweet there. Let me do this here. We'll get rid of Eidolon, obviously. Probably just a bluff. Play the island, attack for 5. Wish we could have got there. Yeah, I left my notes in the other room again. I keep doing that as to why there was one big hallmark reason. I was just like, yeah, it's just not fitting this list. Definitely have plenty of ways to get our stuff back. That's not what the deck's lacking in. All right. And he's going to stop another one from going. Looks like they were correct in their assessment on which one to freeze. Yeah, Cavern Harpy was a lot closer. That one, but this deck's not all that good at gaining life, so the last thing I wanted to do is start giving our opponents, especially like a red deck, which we'll probably see today, any more options for us. This costs 2 to activate. Boy, where's our sideboard at? That's a strange move. Yeah, I guess I can block this one. And what do we have here? Weather the storm for a whole lot. Negating a lot of our abilities here. Two left in the kitty. Let's go. It's got a Verdant Longbow here. Well, it will have reach, so might be trading with that. Okay. Now they're back at 18. This really blows. I don't know if I have the time to do a setup turn here. I'll play that. I'm just going to play this dude out. Pass the turn. It's a scary card if I can get it to work. It's going to really help magnify damage. It would have been so nice to be able to play another survivor there, so we just had ultimate smackarooniness, but we don't. Pretty intriguing matchup. Oh yeah, Sonic Assault. Not bad. We had him at 8 life. Remember that? Remember those days? Yeah. Clark and Shaman. Okay. Pitch 3 artifacts, I guess. Did not expect to see that. Okay. Uh-oh. Now we're really goners. Gonna have to really rely on that Bloodwater Entity 8. Bye-bye, team. Do a setup turn and get the board wiped. Darn it. That's frustrating. Death touch. And soon to have reach. Did I just overboard maybe? Let's do this now. Don't really want to play the Survivor right into this mean-looking Clark-Kent Shaman. I doubt our Bloodwater is going to be able to get there in enough time, but I'll at least get some stuff to do things with. Off we go. You and you, sir. Bloop, bloop. All right, we have abandoned attachments. Let's give this a go. All right, cool. We'll cast this. I'll cast this too. Might be walking right into a huge weather the storm here. That would really suck. Yeah, let me do this. I'm just wanting to encourage him to block here. Hit him hard enough that he can't do the thing. Discard 2 cards. You and you. That would be nice if we could do something with that. Nothing in our graveyard really talking to us. Okay, let's go. Attack. For 7. Okay. Do we find... We do have that one Clout. That would be really sweet to pull that off. Thank God for flying creatures, otherwise this Clark-Kent Shaman plan would have our number. Still might. Okay. Now our Bloodwater Entity is going to be a lot funner because we're going to be able to go get stuff back like a Tolarian Winds. Let's find Tolarian Winds. Boop. Thank you. Yes. We can do... Hold on a minute here. Well, that's on the top, so we're going to chill out for this turn. Well said, Dreamer Stingo. You are correct. Triagen Relic, all right. I'm going to crack up if we do find our Cloud of the Dominus. We'll be able to make this thing have a whole lot of power going down. We haven't been milled at all yet. We're doing it for our opponent here. Tolarian Winds coming up next. So we put it on top of our library with this. Yeah, that's curious. I'll let that through. I don't know if it's a change of plan, a little switcheroony. Oh, I guess, could have. Maybe I should have blocked there. All right, technically be able to kill that. I want to do this here now. We will... I guess we wins. I don't know. I might be decking myself here. I'm going to give it a go. Wins. Yep. All right. Let's do this and this. Wins here. Setting up prowess. Not the most power, but we're getting there. Draw all the cards. Cool. All right. Let me do this. We'll bring this out immediately. Be able to get our graveyard back online here. 4/4. Yeah, I'll turn off this little engine here. Let's go. Cool. Off we go. It all comes down to this. Campfire is really good in this list for this scenario. All right. Very excited. This whole week I've been in pickleball. I've been playing very slow, which is actually a good thing at the advanced level. I've been slowing down the game and been usually I'm a little too erratic and excited and everything else. So, okay, they're stunning one of our dudes. They have another stun that's really going to hinder us, but we've got Campfire. We'll probably have to trigger it pretty darn soon. Okay. Got the one Campfire in our hand still. Feels pretty good. Yeah, I actually consider Knot of the Bone. Just not as good as the other option. There's our last Clout, but we'll be getting it back if we can survive. Not quite sure. Okay, there's some more drawing going down. We lose some more cards. They're probably under a lot of pressure to make us get rid of these last few cards here. I don't know, 2 cards left. Feels like a tall order. Yeah, that's right. When upkeep, that's a good call. You are correct. It's probably the best time to do it. Unless they have some draw effect in response, right? Oh man, we're not attacking next turn. That really blows. Down to 15 cards left. Here's part of the combo. All right, I'll do this now. Just with one of them. And that way we can draw it again. Our Tormod's Crypt. There's one Macabre in our graveyard. 3 mana. Both our Bloodwater entities might be frozen. I think that's what's going to happen here. Nope. All right, just a whole lot of life. I'm probably going to just run out of time here, guys. Not the way I wanted to start the show. I mean, I'm not, don't have delusions. I didn't think this was going to 4-1 or better, but a 3-2 would have been nice. But it's getting out of the realm of possibility here real quick. I'll open this up. 14, draw 2, set, match. Do this now. Cool. Upkeep. We'll make them sad with this here. Prowess, prowess. Don't really think I need this. Yeah, we'll just chill out here. Swing for 3. Not very impressive yet. We'll see. If the clock wasn't a thing, I'd feel pretty confident here, but yeah, that was in the original list. I was even leaning on Unearth just to make more copies of it. The original list by Kyle sent in was that, and it was just when it lives, it was just awesome. But Didn't do too much after the fact. Should I just gain some life? Two cards. All right. Nope. Let me do this just to get some spells going on here. I'll go like this. Double prowess. Let's get there. Discard this. All right. Try this. Just getting rid of all this junk cards. Give me some stuff. Give me some Eidolons. No? All right. Well, you and you can go bye-bye. Let's, well, do I really want to do that? He can just kill it. I don't know if I even want to play that Survivor here. Let's try this again. Bloop. Gain in power. Hopefully we don't have a... Of course, they can just trip the relic, at least for one of these. Okay. Let's get rid of this and this. We'll attack. It'd be nice if we find him. All right, cool. Oops. Let's begin sideboarding. I liked our plan there. Yeah, I think we just run this back. Let's go. We're probably going to lose on time. I'm not an adept pilot of this style. I need to play these things a lot to get really with it. But maybe bring in Cannonade just to throw them off. You know, that's not the worst idea. Let me try that. All their stuff is 2 toughness tops, so. Yeah, stuff starts coming out of the yard. That effigy is pretty sweet. Mulligan. We shall keep. Put a card on the bottom. Don't think we're going to be needing this anytime soon. Let's do that. This is more of a mid to late graveyard hate sort of thing, so we'll do that instead. I'm just going to loot now. I'll throw the Eidolons in the yard. And there we go. We'll be able to bring out Cunning Survivor via Manamorphose. That's pretty sweet. Manamorphose. Those hands look like they've been jammed pretty bad. Goblin hands, if you ask me. Here we are. They're going to get Natural Tron again. Unbelievable. Let's do this for 1 and 1. We'll get our guys back. Yielding, all this good stuff. Do the thing. Bloop. Bloop. All right. Hey, we hit a bluff. That's pretty sweet. Survivor. Boy, I almost clicked on, you know what? Did I play land? Yeah, I did. All right. Here we go. Hopefully it's just an island we top deck. It's the most numerous card. We can just get out Bloodwater Entity. I don't want to lean too hard on Survivor being the plan we just saw with Clark Kent Shaman. Okay, we'll get our mana right. We'll say blue. I think I just want to bring this out. Not the most spectacular turn, but we'll just attack here. Really want to get that 2 threats out. That way I can Bloodwater back the Manamorphose, or maybe even looting. Who knows? 6 minutes. Probably enough time. Weather the Storm sure adds a little conundrum to that. 7 mana. What is this new devilry? Oh, a Fangren Marauder. That's frustrating. Ooh. I messed around with Beckon Apparition a lot, but we're definitely going to be needing this life. At least one trigger here. All right. 1, 2, 3. We'll bring out the Entity. I think I'll get Manamorphose back. Yep, let's do that. Yes. We'll play the Bluff, calling blue again. Slowly getting there. All right, next turn we'll try to do some stuff. Like how contemplative she looks in this artwork. Almost bored. Too many options. Eidolon. If you struggle to pronounce it like I did, you just have to remember to say the word I. I was calling it like an Eidolon, or I think is what I was calling it. At this rate, we might not be able to finish this show. I definitely have a hard out at about 11 a.m., so only about 1 hour to go. Maybe we'll run into some red decks that'll run us over. Selong Gaposa. Don't think I've ever seen this deck. Still newest to Pauper. Well, it's good to have you with us. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, this is Eidolons. It uses, every time you cast a multicolor spell, these come back to your hand, and then you reset and do everything else with these. So it's pretty sweet. Our opponent has changed strategies on us, which is pretty cool. All right. Let me do this here. I'll say yes to this. I'll say red and blue. Okay. I guess I'm just going to wins here. Discard all of these. Cycle these. All right. Well, that'll let us get there a little sooner. Do this. Oh, I really want to keep him top of hand, please. This, and this. Bring this back. Here we go. This will also get stuff back. We'll get back a wins. Yep. Now we've got 2 cards on our top of our stuff. All right, coming in for 9. Nothing to sneeze at. Opponents change strategies, though. Bobble in the site. Darn weather the storm keeping us at bay forever. Alrighty. Thank goodness these aren't triggering Fangren Marauder, or I'd be out of juice. Yeah, and we also have an what's the card called? Cloud of Dominus that keeps our guys safe, makes these a 5/5 with haste and shroud, which triggers it as well. Nice little insurance package, but against this list we didn't see any removal, so we're doing the thing here. All right, that's stunned. Gotcha. Sitting on Macabre. Candy Trail showing up. Okay. It's a lot of life to get through. I'm going to get rid of Bauble and the Relic. Yep, let's go. Yield. Take 5. Crunch. Oh, Winds is showing up. All right, so we'll do that. I think I want to play this land, actually, because of our big dude showing up, right? We might not hit a basic, so it's a little underwhelming, but I'm going to do this, and then the blue. We're drawing the dude next turn. If I loot right now, that still doesn't get there. Actually, I think looting's a better move here. Let's do the loot here. Okay, we'll throw back some Eidolons here. All right, all right, all right. I think I'm going to need this life here. Gain some life. Swing for 6. Trying to be patient. Next turn we can bring out the Effigy and Tolarian Winds, and it's going to be some fireworks. And then we'll probably lose on time. Let's be honest. Woo! Good to have you all with us. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Propaganda on Saturdays, as always. I'm just going to yield through here, save some time. Well, maybe I don't want to do that. Might want to trip Campfire to make them trip their spell bomb so that we can Winds in response. Get back our Eidolons. No, that wouldn't work. We need a multicolored spell for that. Drat. Given that, I'm not too worried. Let's go. Taking 5. Campfire giving us a whole nother round of attacking. Probably not going to be enough, though. I do like how we boarded, though. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. We'll bring out this guy. This guy. Big guy. Let me... This feels pretty underwhelming, but we're going to try it out. Discarding this. These guys come back. Well, that's underwhelming, isn't it? Let me bring out the pylons here so we can trigger our life gain here. Yeah, I'll say graveyard, please. Let's gain some life. Come over for 9. So we get a colorful spell. Hopefully that Fuming Effigy can do some stuff. I'm curious if I want to just sit back and maybe block with it. We'll figure that out for another date. Only 2 minutes left. We got to get moving here. Gaining about 15 life a turn is pretty hard to get through. Another reason to not sit back and assume the block, because they do have Cryogen Relics. Might do a propaganda first and just make it like an Eidolon 2 weeks and play the other list next week, since it's be fresh on everybody's brain, or we'll see. I do like this style. It's a lot of fun, even though you get thrashed a lot. You either just win and people think it's the greatest thing ever, or you have losses like this where you're just like, almost there, can't quite get there. What's he stunning? All right. There's that. Bye-bye graveyard. We only lose 2 Eidolons. It's not that bad. 3. Might have to go into a blocking mode here. So that sucks, because that's the one time when this guy kind of blows, because it's all at once, so they take 1 damage. When the Eidolons get going, it's like a grape shot. It's pretty sweet. Oh boy, this seems totally unsurmountable. All right, I'll cast the Crypt here. Triggering Prowess. Do this to gain some life. I don't know, are we stuck blocking at this stage? We'll wait one more turn. Oh, he's got that instant artifact grabber trick. Grabber nabber. Let's go. Still thinking we can get there. Always hopeful. Not the list as I expected to see so far. And Nihil Spellbomb's bumming me out. That kind of feels like the Dread Return style, you know. If you just have one of those abrupt just enders of graveyards, it can be over pretty quick. Hey, maybe we'll mill our opponent out first, huh? I can technically just block here. Oh boy, this just got interesting. A poison package, that'd be ultra janky. I should have done this in response instead of letting him gain 10 life here. Let's go. Yeah, this kind of blows here. All right, we just lose. I mean, we can double block. Probably want to. Nah, we just lose. Let's go. I got to keep an eye on the time here. So, L, off we go. Bloop. Play. Custom match. Let's go. Bonhomie. I think we played them on the show a few times. Remember saying that name. Come on, let's just have a good game. Just want to showcase the power of it without a big old fat blocker or a bunch of life showing up. All right. It's clunky, but we'll keep it. We'll lead off with the pylon so we can maybe find a basic island or one of our dual lands. Oh, we might not need it. There we go. Bloop. And we go with red. Bloop. Really like the addition of these isles in this list. To kind of dance around Manamorphose and not rely on it so heavily. We'll bring out these Cunning Survivors, and hopefully they will live long enough to do some stuff. Here we go. Clout of the Dominus. I'm going to chill out on that. I'd really like to get both of those guys online with that before I wins, for very obvious reasons. Here we go. Oh boy, this just got really spicy. This will be a fun day. Here we go. Bloodwater Entity. I might want to wait till turn 4 for one of these clout moves. Be pretty sweet. Against a white-blue deck, the Bloodwater Entity might be able to... oh, it's an ally list, it looks like. Yeah. Have a good surprise package when you come over and launch. Ooh boy, this is getting exciting. I'm gonna bring this out just in case if we find a land here. Give me a basic, yes. Okay, so top of this, I'm gonna just keep slow rolling this. We're gonna bring out our Bloodwater Entity. Don't have anything to trip it with. I'm just gonna chill out because next turn I can clout the Summoning Sickness one and come over for like 8 or 9 damage, all with evasion. So that should be a really good time. Unless they do, okay. Good call. Thank you for that, Nemchimsky. Yeah, Campfire again. Who would have thought we're playing Tolarian Winds style lists and we run into 2 Millstone style lists, but oh well. We'll be able to take out Skyfish for sure if they want to block. We shall see. Okay, let's make sure we use the generic. Go like this. Bring out this guy. This will trigger absolutely nothing, but it is a lot of fun to pull this off. Bam. Boozle. Prowess. Double trigger. Come over for 8. Let's go. Kind of a clunky go of it. Oh, good to know, Nimchimsky. Yeah, they're going to be gaining a lot of life. Almar Excavator, here we go. This will really help us at this stage, because if he throws a bunch of Eidolons in our graveyard, it's going to be good times. There's one. All right. Well, let's play this on... I'm going to put it on the entity. No, it doesn't really have the... Come on back, Jack. Yes. Cool. We'll do the Tolarian Winds. Trip and Prowess again. They got a Dispel here. Spell Pierce, okay. Yeah, that kind of blows. No. Well, we'll try it again next turn. Attack. 12 damage, pretty serious. So now that we have Shroud, the Journey or the Relic moves aren't going to be as effective. Cunning Survivor is a pretty good blocker. 1/3. It kills ninjas all day long. At least those of the Moonfolk persuasion. Just want to keep them off Skyfisher. Cool. The skies are clear. We're out of here. Let's go. I think that Cunning Survivor is better as a discard effect at this stage. Okay, off we go. No, those spells. Let's do this to this. Tolarian Winds. Always, always. Think we got him here. Looting. Prowess. I'll get rid of this and this. Off we go. All right, cool. There's a W. What is this? Allies? Pretty sweet little list, actually. All right, definitely bring in Campfires, because that's how they're going to get us. Probably Cannonade. Think I'll go like that. Sifter's just going to be blocked all day long. I'll get rid of 4 of those. And we did see, I want to keep these in here. Maybe just 1 Cannonade. Let's go. Thanks for the notes, Nemchimsky. I might have missed that. Thinking we're just going to get thrashed. All right. Well, I've got some food for thought here. I think I'm going to keep this. Pretty sure I just want to pylons, see what's coming up, and then drop Campfire. There's that. Good news about playing such a weird, wonky list is people are always like, what the hell's this guy on? I don't understand. There's our red source. We'll put it on top. I'll lead off with a Campfire. Just getting all our mana right and stuff. These kind of patient outings, sometimes we can top deck a Bloodwater Entity on turn 4, put Clout on it, and swing for 5. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. We might be facing like Journeys or probably more likely a Thraben Charm, I would imagine, is in this list. Especially now that we've kind of turned off the goods. Bloop. Hey, why not? Let's gain some life. Pass the turn. And every once in a while you can just get there with hard casting an Eidolon yourself, but most unlikely. There's another one. Same as it ever was. Okay. Let me loot here real quick. See if we can find some. Jeez, oh. These are not good. You know what? I'm going to do this now. We've already got Clout, and we're getting really mana flooded here, and they might have graveyard removal with Thraben Charm, so I want to do this now so we keep our stuff in our yard here. Always yield. Always yield. Choose a card to discard. I guess we'll get rid of one of these guys. Right. Did we play a land yet? Yep, we did. Just need a creature. This is really weird. All lands, no creatures. Thanks for keeping those up there. If you look to the chat, a lot of times if I mention a card, one of our co-hosts will bring it up in the chat. One of the cooler features about Twitch, so you don't have to go searching the internets if you're kind of new to Pauper. Yowza. Where is our stuff? I think I'm going to loot from the yard first. Just to get rid of a lot of our things here. Let's get rid of this and this. I guess we'll just play a bluff here. Call blue. Might as well. Okay. Be nice if we drew a creature. We have 0 threats on board here. I've never had a game like this, but I've only played this deck maybe 20 times. Bye-bye. I kind of took up their whole turn. We take 1. I'm not too worried about this. We did see Spell Pierce. Okay. Probably a Limbus play here. I don't get to yell at the clouds. I'm sure it has to be game related to Final Fantasy though, right? All right, red, red, blue, blue. My goodness. Let me do this. Jeez, this is really sad. Do this to this to this. I'll do it again. Red, just trying to find something that's not a land. We want some creatures to show up here. Good grief. Actually really glad pulling these off. All right. Well, I got 6 cards in our hand. We're ready, really ready to go. 4 Eidolons. Half of our Eidolons are in the graveyard. Soon to be more. Hopefully this isn't a Thraben Charm turn. Bloodwater Entity, our the creature we really wanted to see, and it goes in the graveyard. Yeah. Tempted to play like an Unearth style engine in this. Alrighty. That's a lot of stuff. Let me do this just for the same thing here. It's because we can get them back if they try it again. Like that Thraben Charm style effect. Okay, I guess they don't have it. We'll go 1 and 1. Ugh. Do we have enough stuff here? Good lordy. I'll play a land. I cannot believe we don't have a damn card here. Well, we're soon to find one. Let's do this and this. Now we've got some stuff. Can I hold this together? Let's do... Should we just do the entity? Let's do entity. All these guys are going to come back. We'll grab, we'll grab this. Yep. And let's do red for this. Bring this up here. Boomba. Are you kidding me? Is this when Spell Pierce works or no? Okay, that's better than Spell Pierce, so. All right. Do I have any more lands? No. No attacks for us. Oh well. Discard the Eidolons until we don't need them anymore. Is there another? I want to keep the campfires, that's for sure. Okay. Trying to preserve my timer here. Bait him with another campfire play, maybe. Okay, another blocker. Trip that campfire at a very opportune time. As we take 4. We got to be careful here. Bring out the campfire. Okay. Bring out the campfire. Really want to drop this entity again. 21. I think we've got enough time here. Let's do the entity. These will all come back. Let's grab another Winds. Yes. Don't really need it. We'll gain 2 life. Might be relevant. Crossover for 4. Be taking quite a bit of damage here, but should have it in the books next turn unless they got some sort of fog effect. Probably trip that campfire. We'll probably see another Provoke Existence here. Discarding. Dreamstalker. What is this new devilry? What's coming back? Oh, all right. Getting a little scared, aren't you? Got 2 blockers. Should be all right. At least for this turn. Ooh, that's ballsy. You don't trust in my Bloodwaters? What did I expect was going to happen? do this. Discard 2 cards. All right. Oh, let's do an Eidolon. Yep. We'll go natural blue here. And throw this on here. Sure. Booyah. We'll get quite a few things back. Especially since we're out of the Raven Charm range. I'm just assuming again. That shows up. All right. Let's get rid of our hand. Actually, let me hit control here. We'll say red, red. Do this and this. No response. We'll say red and blue. Now we'll do this here. Do this here. Okay. Do this here. No response. Red, blue, red. All right. Can we get there? That's... I could play... Hold on a minute here. I'm trying to think if I've got enough to just kill him here. There's no blockers. I've got 16 right there. Do I have a basic land anywhere? Play this here. See what we get here. Might be relevant. We'll say bottom. Or we'll say graveyard. Sure. We have this here. So now we do have the 2. And we do have the red. So where was our... Good grief. Where is my stuff at here? Didn't I have a Faithless Looting? I do. I'll do this here. We'll get rid of this and this. I was thinking of, keeping this 2 open, but now I think we've just got them, because if we just do this, we'll be all right with the math, unless they've got some trick up their sleeve I'm not aware of. Prowess gets there, I think. Sure, we'll get rid of this Eidolon. And I come over for 20. With 1 card left, how dramatic is that? Booyah. All right. We win. So I was keeping that 2 open so that we could trip the Campfire on herself, but don't think we really needed to. Trying to keep my bladder under control so I can just keep playing. Probably only 1 round left, guys. I might leave it at 4 because of the funeral I've got to attend today, so apologies for that. Really liking the sideboard additions. Oh, it's about time. That's how I designed this thing, is just have a lot more of this stuff. This is the kind of hand I wanted to have early on. All right. We've got 1 creature, and we're up against Death Color here. Right, there's another creature. That's pretty good. We'll lead off with an island here. Never know. There's so many builds of black. Well, good news, I only know the family. I don't know the actual kids, so I just can't imagine losing a child. They're about the same age as ours, too. I'm going to get our mana right. I'm just going to do this, call red. I know this looks weird, but I don't want to walk right in a double swamp with a creature when we only got 2. Jim Bomb Blue. Okay, we might not have much removal to worry about here. Because I want to be able to put the Clout on maybe the Sifters. I don't know if they're on edicts or if they're on, you know, snuff out style things. We'll see. All right, that's just a traditional zombie list. It's probably going to be creature-based removal, so probably want to watch out for the Marauder. That could be problematic. All right, let me do this. We're going to go like this with this guy. And I'll ditch this, which will trigger this to make it bigger and better and all this other stuff. I think I'm just going to sit on it. I could put Clout on there. Any sort of edict or whatever gets me. I'd much rather have it on Cunning Survivor, or maybe we fall into a Bloodwater Entity. Oh, Real T, that was you? Yeah, I've been having a really rough day. This is exactly what I thought it might be, so I'm glad I didn't go all in here. I kept that 2 open for the Campfire for obvious reasons, and just seeing if I could get there, and then I was able to. Yeah, when these guys, these are the big hitters. These guys get up to like permanent like 16, 17s a lot, but not against matchups like this. All right, next turn we're just going to throw out a bunch of creatures. I'm going to be wary with a Edict Engine of this Cloud of Dominus outside of just triggering our abilities and haste. Not really too worried about it doing much else. All right. I think it's a good Pylons turn. Let's see what we can find. There's only one Eidolon there. It does trigger both our guys, though, so I'll say top. Let's get things going honestly here. Bloop. Do that. Discard a card. Sure. Do that one. And we'll go this for this. And even though Shipwreck Sifters can get massive, this is a clog the ground deck, so I'm not too worried about I don't think this is going to really get through. This, however, can. So can our flyer. So yeah, Real T. That was a real talk. Real T with the real talk. I tell you, sometimes glasses of Urza. Look at all you new schoolers having to look that one up. Often thought that would be a pretty sweet little card. I keep wanting to make a Trinket Mage build with 1 glasses of Urza. It always starts in my 75 and then it moves away. It's like, hey, remember how good Gataxian Probe was? Try doing it every turn. All right, we're getting rid of the Sifters. That's pretty brutal now that that's a zombie. Woo, good times. Come on, Bloodwater Entity. No. All right, let's see if we can find one the old-fashioned way. All right, we'll get rid of this and this. Cool. Well, now we've got ways out of this shenanigans. Splat. I'm still going to hold on to this, but we will attack. Can't be blocked. We're going to get 1, 2, 3 Eidolons back when we cast either the Doubt or the Manamorphose. That'll be pretty cool. If we can just get this Accursed Marauder from coming back to life every single turn, it'll be nice because we can kind of do a blue version of an Alpha Strike. The Troll. Okay. Our clock has been sped up significantly. That's kind of good news, though. Paying their dues. All right. Yeah, let's do the thing here with this and this. We'll cast this here. Our blue and a red. Getting back our guys. Always yes. Always yield. Blue and red. There we go. Hey, Sifter showed up. That's pretty cool, too. Yeah. I want to cast Sifters. Do that. Sure. I'm going to chill on the Dominus plan here. Discard a card. All right. Those are good here. The bluff is here. The grotto's here. Oh, I could actually do a few things. No, I can't. Cast this up. Yeah, we'll put this on top. Now then. I still want to wait on that. No, I don't. Let's go. Blue, baby. Woo! I said blue. Blue. Booyah. Get out of the way, stack. Do. We've got some fun to do. Let's do this on this. Sure. This will get back our Eidolons. Off we go. Coming over for 13. Unblockable. Pretty big sifters there. And see, these guys stay that way. These guys are just little one-trick ponies. Oh man, if we got another Clout, we can throw it on Bloodwater and just end this. Bit of graveyard shenanigans. I'm not sure if it's worthy of bringing in. Who am I kidding? Black's all about that. I should probably bring in the graveyard package for game 2. Leave it to me to build a blue list that's aggro, right? All right. There comes the Marauder. Marauder showing up. I'm going to get rid of the sifters. Because they can be blocked by everything. Yeah, somebody mentioned Aqueous Form, or that's the one. There's one that has where you can discard a land to do it again. Jumpstart. Very, very good idea for unblockability and stuff. Might be the better way to roll with this and just make things unblockable. Maybe get rid of these and just rely on these being huge, big bodies and tripping stuff from the yard. But for right now, this is the list we're working with. Eidolons. Bye-bye, Sifter. Does he have another? Oh, okay. Should have done that in response. Might have saved his life. It's going to be close. We've got to win this turn. And we'll be able to discard and do it. But they might have well, Snuff Out can't do it. Sifter showing up. We'll do this to this. We'll go like this and here. Discard to discard. This one, please. All right, Grotto. Let's do this to here. Oh, okay. Yay! We beat zombies. All right. I think I'll grab these. Let's grab these and this. Didn't see much targeted removal. I could probably get rid of those. I'll lose the sifters. Bring back Dominus. Let's just try this. Same logic. Everything can block it. A little bit of thematic theme there because, you know, it does throw things in your graveyard, but we got to be a little careful here with Black's no stranger to getting rid of graveyards, so not sure if this Fuming Effigy is probably going to be worth it or not. Let's get rid of that to here. Let's try this out. Just for edict insurance. Billy Idol mentioned. I can hear it. I can hear it. I'm going to mulligan this. Let's throw this back. Oh boy. The deck doing deck things. On the draw, and I get to surveil. I'm going to Should I keep this? No, I gotta mulligan this. Alright, we'll keep this one. We'll get rid of this. Just gonna keep it creature heavy. Here we go. Bring open the yards. Hopefully I just get one of the triple lands. A triple instead of dual. We only use them as a dual though. Cool. I'll bring this up. See if we hit a land here. That's interesting. I'd rather it be a land though. Let's just say graveyard. I forget what this guy does. Sacrifice it. Creature gets a whole lot of minus. All right. There's another Dominus showing up. We'll get out a creature. Maybe they'll stall their... Okay, guess not. Oh, that just taps. For some reason I thought they had to tap mana to do that. Yeah, if you like Crypt Rats, this guy's pretty cool too. This does 2 damage to everything. It's pretty sweet. Land, please. No land. I think you're seeing it, Dreamer Stango. Boy, doesn't like our graveyard very much. You may return it from your graveyard. Then you wait for him to trip it. You say no. And then you do another instant spell and get it back. Beckon Apparition I've greatly considered for this very reason. We'll go red here. We're looking for lands. Get rid of double Eidolons here. We did not find any lands. That really blows. Okay, so we lose 2 Eidolons. Not that big of a deal. Kind of suggests that they boarded a little heavy and they probably have another spell bomb in their hand, tripping it that wantonly. Maybe, we'll see. Time will tell. It is the dead of winter in most of the country here, so these are pretty snowy lands and chilliness. Good stuff. Whenever I made Zombie Tribal, I still preferred Crypt Rats. I'm like, yeah, I know it's not a zombie, but shut up. I'm just going to bring out some bait. See if he's got anything to kill it with. Zombies ain't going to do it. Our hand, if we get mana, is really good against the style. We just need to be able to trip that entity. Oh boy. Gary's showing up. We've got an opening. This is not boding well for us. Sifters. I'll bring out Sifters. Got lucky. If he wants to trip it now, he can kill the guy. But no. I think these are better as just blockers. Just chill out here. Grand Zombie does 2 damage with the second ability with this because he has snowlands. Rob zombies, yep. Cool. Uh-oh, the priest is coming back. Don't think we're winning this one, guys. I am so tired of this not showing me lands. Gonna get. Give me some land, you peck. I was watching Willow the other day. So this won't do us any good with our lands here, but we can finally get red at a huge cost. So we shall attack for 6. Yeah, I sure would like to have an unearth effect. Bring back Bloodwater. Smack. Where was the Macabre a turn ago? Yikes, we're dead. Wah, wah, wah. I could have just done it for that. I guess they still win. Come on over. What are they doing? Just win. All right. Strange. Yeah. Let's play a red here. And quit. All right, game 3. This will be the last one, everybody. Technically, we had that quitter, so this is the 5th. I didn't mean it to do that, though. Oh, boy. Let's see. I didn't really like seeing so much graveyard. I think I'm just going to play this as was. I'm going to bring back the Sifters, and I'm just going to try to bully them over. I consider these. Yeah. Hey. Okay, so I think I'll leave him out, though. I did have Casting a Fire for a while, because as you just saw, those can be a big problem, so I do believe I need to put those back in. What's the split second one again? Doesn't that deal kill an artifact? That might be a better call. Let's just run it back as is. The pure test. Technically, all these cards could be brought in, but we are playing combo. I want to see if we can just make this work. Give me a good hand. Man, I keep adding lands to this list, and it keeps Siege Smash. Yeah, Siege Smash is... I think just to turn off spell bombs and stuff. Mulligan. Grief. Mulligan. Let's see how mean our deck wants to be to me. Keep, finally. Oh, boy. I gotta keep the creatures. All right. Frustrating day. But I highly recommend you download it, sleeve it up, give it a go. It's a lot of fun. Sifter is most likely to die first, so I'm going to cast it first. Of course, with this style of hand. There is that. Sifters. Let's hope we just top deck an Eidolon here. Ooh. Discard a card. All right, we'll get rid of that. Gotta keep the creatures. That's right. So I'm kind of new to the whole Catholic Church thing. When the child that did die, we went to the wake afterwards to celebrate the life and that sort of thing. And I'm new to the whole Hail Mary thing. Oh my God, they did 100 of them, and the priest was, shall we say, sleepy. I'm just going to cast this, get away from edicts, and keep attacking. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen today. Pangolin Wrangler. I don't know if I've messed around with Saber-Tooth Cobra, or if I even have it. That's that old school style. You can like have a proliferate sort of thing with the. All right. Tolarian Winds. I'll just cast this now. Discard a card. No, 2 cards. Disturb. Here we go. Get our mana right. Let's go. Don't think we're winning this one, guys. Since our mana's right, I'm going to risk this. We're just going to loot now. We could throw some lands or Eidolons into our graveyard. All right. I'm just going to throw these out. Change of plans. We're just going to try to win via creature damage. Of course, that's always been winning, but I was wondering what they were waiting for. Right. Only one Eidolon in our graveyard. Always scared when you see Defile. It's kind of going all in on removal damage, boy. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Like this guy, because you have to wait a whole... You got to wait for him to, get unsick, so... But thanks to the drawing engine, doesn't seem like we're really going to be able to get anywhere anytime soon. Okay. I'll do this in response then. Always yield. We're not going to be able to cast our Bloodwater Entity because it did it on our draw, but... Oh, all right. There we go. Well, let's all lose then. Well played. Red and blue. What you gonna do? We're gonna lose. Our tempo is what we're gonna do. Yep. Can't do nothing. The priest is going to take down the sifters. This like encompasses what today's felt like. Just almost getting there all day long. Almost getting there. Glad I brushed this off, though. All right, we have to discard a card. I'll get rid of the sifters. I mean, these guys. That's a pretty cool turn. It's not going to matter because he's going to be able to kill our whole board. Cry of Contrition used to be a mainstay in Mono Black. It was everywhere. Talking like 2005, 2006. Discard a card. And our creature's dead. How you like this board, huh? We've got our mana right. Now this guy comes back. Oh boy. Well, we got one victory against allies. And one quitter. We lost a Vamps into a Miltron. Thought I'd go about 2-3. I didn't think I'd go 1-4. Deck really fought us today. All right. We're going to wrap this up, guys. I've got a lot to do today. Big UFC fight tonight. We'll be back same time, same place next week with hopefully a deck that does a lot better than this one. But, as we go along, we always ask this. So, our little note segment here. As I leave this list behind, I'm going to lose the effigy. We had Siege Smash was Siege. Let's see if that comes up. Make sure I'm still on. I have so many hotkeys set up. That's why I need to do that. Do I even have Siege Smash? Yeah, there we go. So definitely want to make room for quite a few of these. I'd say like 3. And between Weather the Storm, I'm not sure I want to be in the Cannonade family. Maybe these were so helpful. Maybe so much so we can, I don't know, maybe a combination of something like this. For right now, I'm just going to leave it like that, just so we have that end of turn answer for spell bombs and such. be able to just take it out and do the thing. So I think 4 is a lot of mana, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and Mage Mark, the what do you call the artillerist or whatever? Definitely might consider, you know, another version of that. Might even want to bring one siege into the main deck here, or one campfire. I'm not sure. Seems like we got plenty of lands, but man, we were really hurting to find them. We've got the one spot waiting. Not quite sure what I should fill in there. We could run something silly like a Beckon Apparition, right? So we could have a way to get rid of things in the meantime. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I would put there. For right now, I'm just going to put a Siege Smash main just as kind of a placeholder. I need to give it a little bit more thought. But for right now, that's where I'm going to leave this. Thanks for that, Nimchimsky, and to all my co-hosts. And we'll be back next week. And then I believe the week after that, I will not be having a show. So anyway, guys, I'm going to head on out. Let me make sure I keep track of all of these things. We're going to go out with a cool little commercial based on all the Krakens and Magic. And got to wait till the end for the little payoff. But till next week, everybody, is deluxeicoff signing off. See you soon online, hopefully. And try out Eidolons. They're a lot of fun. There's a lot of design potential there. And this definitely isn't the shell that's perfect for it, but we're getting there. Anyway, adios.
Is that a Kraken? Sure is.
Don't worry, Pauper's got you covered.
You saved hundreds when you switched.
Okay, cool. And he's really destroying my car.
How do you know it's a he?
We're on a mission to save you money.
Upper.